Welcome to The Buzz with Angie
and Dylan.
This is our podcast from the Grand Forks Public Library, and we're recording inside our brand new story studio. It's a little soundproof booth right here in the library, decked out with high-quality mics and recording gear.
The best part? It's totally free for anyone to use. So if you've been thinking about starting a podcast, capturing family stories, or even recording a song for your kids, the space is ready for you.
All right, let's get into it. We're kicking things off with a series all about staff stories. Today, we're turning the mic on Kyra to talk about how she ended up working in a library and what that journey has looked like. Okay, Kyra, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. What is your job title and what do you do day to day?
I am a library clerk, and day to day, my job is being kind of the front person at the library, like the first person who the patrons typically see when they come in. Day to day, that involves checking out books and returning books in for people, searching for things that they might need, helping with any number of questions that we get at the library.
One thing I know when you mentioned a variety of questions, has there been a favorite question you've been asked?
I just remembered today, a little girl, she couldn't get a movie today because they already had one at home. And she asked Megan if we would hide it for her.
Oh, my goodness.
Until she could come back so it would be there for her. We're like, oh, that's so cute.
Like, we can place it on hold for you, but we can't hide it.
Yeah. We promise it would be there when she comes back. If she even remembers, kids are so quick to move on to the next thing. I started at the Grand Forks Library with training last June. It was May, and then I started working in June.
Okay. So almost a full year.
Yeah, I jumped in right as the summer was kicking off right away. So it's pretty busy in the summertime with a lot of kids and a lot of activities, so it was really fun to start.
Definitely a trial by fire situation when it was summer reading programs.
Yes. And you were new to Grand Forks right around that time, because I remember you left a Google review of the library before you started here, or maybe it was Facebook or something.
It was somewhere,
Yeah, but I know that you and I talked online, and I had quoted you and, put your quote in the annual report then for 2024, so that was kind of fun.
My husband, he is retiring from the military, and we've lived over the world and been to many libraries. And I moved here and loved our library here right away without having known people. The amount of things and the resources and the amount of books that we have here is really amazing.
Kyra, what is your very favorite part of your job?
I love working with people and being around people and talking to people. Being at the front right when patrons are coming in or up at the children's desk is just my favorite thing. I've always known I had to be around people. Mm-hmm. Years ago, a job I was working in a little back office with a milk crate and a cutting board for my desk, and I would sit back there and there was no windows, and I just felt like I was dying inside. And I always said since then, I need to have interaction with as many people as possible. Yeah. And so that's been my favorite, people's stories and helping them. And
Yep, I definitely agree. Like how you said, interacting with people and being in a room without much sunlight. I know our library doesn't have a whole lot for natural light, but I definitely feel like patrons bring the light in with them for the most part. Even though it is always just a nice light environment.
Yeah, I agree.
Just between hearing people laughing or chatting or anything. It's just a really nice community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We did just do our community input survey, and one of the responses that stood out to me said, there's great energy in there. Yes. And I feel like that's what you're talking about, right?
That
where you just walk in and there's this good feeling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I don't know how it's probably created from the top down. Mm-hmm. It has to be through us, so the people feel it when they come in. And, if you have stuffy people all there, you can tell.
You can sense it.
You can sense it.
Right. So, people who want to be there to help.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. So how did you get into, say, librarianship, or you knew you wanted to work for a library specifically, or did it more find you, or did you find it?
Kind of all of the above. I've always loved libraries. My first memories were volunteering at a library for confirmation in church, and then I got detention for not returning my library books. So I have these memories. And then, but I love libraries now as an adult. I love them for many reasons, reading and the things with little kids, especially when you have them, and the things that you can do there. When I moved here, this is our last spot that we're going to be ever, hopefully, from the military. And I was finally trying to find a job after 15 years of moving around the world. And I think I happened to be at a book club sponsored by the library, and I just was looking at our website, and it popped up, said like trying to find part-time. I'm like, that's me. And I just like felt it like so deep. Like I have to apply for this job. I never felt anything so much.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of it. That's how it came up.
Oh,
That's awesome. Which book club was it?
The Pints and Pages.
Oh,
It
yes.
was Megan's. And
So cool.
Yeah, it's a really fun one.
That's great. What drives you or what motivates you every day?
I'm still really into parenting. So I feel like day to day, a lot of my mind is driven by keeping them going and
Mhm.
helping with them. They're 15 and 12. So that's coming slowly to an end. It's not in the toddler years anymore, but it drives me emotionally and takes up a lot of space, positive and negative,
Yes.
with all their activities and their concerns and their hopes and dreams.
Talking about merging, work and family, do you feel like this is a good job for that?
Yes, I do. So the part-time thing has been really great. I don't ever work afternoons because I'm doing school pickups, and that was really great for me. And my boss, Tanya, was really accommodating and helpful for that. And as well as it's good for my kid to be able to come in and do homework if she needs to. If I'm here in the evenings, she can come in. For me, being a part-time clerk, it's not a stressful job. And I have enough stress in my life. So it's really been ideal to not have to carry work around for me. For me, that has been the number one most incredible thing.
Definitely, yeah. And I can relate as a fellow mom with 3 kiddos in just a very family-friendly workplace, and family comes first, and that's huge. Because,
Yeah.
that's who we're serving as well as family. So it's like
Right.
we treat our staff members the same way, which is amazing.
Yeah.
and one thing that you were mentioning, like with your kids, like have they ever said if there's like a particular like program or collection that like they find are the favorite within the library,
Yeah.
or?
So I have one child who's a reader and one child who's not. And the kid who's not, I'm always trying to bring him something home. And he always rolls his eyes at me. But I tell him every night, you know how mom's love language is giving you books. And then I give him a book of something that he's once mentioned in passing that he's interested in.
That's awesome.
So they're interested in random things for him. My oldest, she likes the manga collection a lot. And the person who organizes that collection has been really accommodating to like order certain other titles in different collections, and so she's been really happy. In fact, I'm bringing her a brand new book today from the manga collection that she's going to be thrilled about.
Oh yeah, and then something I wanted to mention is because you mentioned reluctant readers, is I know we actually have our teen novelties book boxes. So that'd be starting at ages 12 through, is it 18?
18, I believe.
Yep. So students can register for that either online. Parents can register for their kids too. Keep that in mind as well. But every other month, we handpick a book to put into like a anonymous kind of like box thing that has other like treats or trinkets. That's a big help through our friends at the library. They fund all of the trinkets and stuff like that.
So my oldest, she does get that box every other month and loves it. She got her book and she opened it up. She's like, oh my gosh, it's a lesbian dystopian. So
My daughter does it as well. We slowed down just because she's had such a crazy busy schedule, but she did it for a long time. And she and her best friend would do an unboxing together. So they would get
That's
together
cute.
and like you'd do a clothing haul from going to the mall. You do an unboxing with your library
Yes.
book. Something else I wanted to mention because you talked about with manga and your daughter requesting books is people don't realize that they can go on our website and request different books, different
Right.
titles.
And that's
feel
so
like that's-
exciting to like feel like empowered to
Yeah.
make a big contribution to the library, and other people are going to enjoy it too.
Right.
If
to
you do
use your
other people
voice.
well. Mhm.
Right.
Because I know, because I help do a lot of the interlibrary loans type stuff. Whenever someone submits a request, if it's not something we can either add to our collection due to like maybe just not being available for us to buy, or maybe being like a little older, so we don't want to like in like our bigger collection, we will always try and do an interlibrary loan if you want. And for that, pretty much as long as it comes within the contiguous United States, we'll try our best to get it.
So they
That's
come from
cool.
all over the country.
That
Yep.
was a
I
surprise
didn't
to
know
me
that.
too.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Wow.
know I've personally like processed some from like, like Portland, Maine, Jacksonville, Florida. It just comes from all around.
Wow.
We also get some from like, Minot. So it's
Yeah.
not like it's only really far away,
Sure.
but
Wow.
the state library helps us like get all the items through it. So it's been really, really nice. And it's very exciting to see like the look on patrons' faces, like especially when it's sometimes like a book they read once when they were in like 6th grade and they've never seen again. Being able to find it again for them and just seeing the look on their face is just so nice.
That's so cool.
What is a fun fact about yourself?
Okay, I went back and forth, but last year in March, we were at a friend. She provided us tickets to the hockey game, and I think it was their last one. And because we got the tickets for free and they're really good, we decided to spend some money on the 50-50 raffle. And I was kind of annoyed with my husband about this because I was like, I mean, they're each $20, I think. And so I gave him $60, but he ended up finding another 20 somewhere or something because he ended up with $100. And I'm just like, stop, this is hard-earned money. And he got the tickets, and then the whole game went by. And I think it was like towards the end, he goes, Kyra, I think we won. And I was like, huh? Won what? Like, I totally forgot about it, and I wasn't even remembering. He goes, the 50-50. Up there is our number. And then he just kept, like, comparing and looking up and down, and then he's like, yeah, we won. And so I thought it was 50-50, meaning you split it with 50 people. So the team gets 50% of that amount, and then 50 people split the rest of the prize. So he went up to go to talk to the people, and he texted me. He's like, in all capitals, we won. And I'm still thinking, okay, what, like, I mean, $1,000 would be nice, but like $1,000? Like, what? And he's like, we won. Come up here now. And so I'm asking around, like, what's going on here? And this woman behind me, she goes, are you okay? And I said, my husband said we won the 50-50. And she stood up and was like, she won. And they're pointing at me, and I'm like, what, $1,000? And I'm not going to say the amount because it's too embarrassing. But we won a large amount of money. And then you take taxes out, and it's pennies. But that's my fun fact because I feel like no one ever knows a raffle winner. And we won the 50-50 raffle at the hockey game.
And was that your first hockey game?
That was our first hockey game.
Talk about luck.
Yeah.
So cool.
I know. We couldn't believe it. And I mean, what a surprise. We drove home, and it was March, I think, is when the hockey game was. And we had the windows down, and we were all just like singing. It was a Queen song that was on, and we were just ecstatic. And like, how is that real life?
That's awesome.
It was really cool.
Did your kids get to buy something fun?
They did? Or maybe we just saved it. We had to get a new roof.
So exciting.
So exciting being a grown-up. We did buy them, like, each something small. And I did buy myself a Le Creuset cast iron pan.
Awesome.
That was a chunk of money. So I bought that.
All right. What is one tip, trick, or hack that you think everyone should know?
Okay, and I asked my husband to help me with this, and he goes, you're always talking about plants. So just making sure that if anyone like uses their indoor gardens and has succulents, that the pieces of it fall off, and you can save those and grow whole new plants with it. So if like one thing falls off, you can just set it to the side. You barely even have to pay any attention to it, and a whole new plant will grow out of that.
If you couldn't work for a library, what would you do?
I think probably work at a bookstore. I always wanted to own one, and my husband's like, why don't you just work at one? But yeah, I love books. I love the stories in books. I love the empathy that I gain from reading as many books as I can about as many types of people as I can. And as I've grown, just being around books is probably what makes me the happiest.
Mm-hmm.
Probably plants too, books and plants.
Awesome.
I was going to say, I know some people like, never ask someone like their number, but how many books do you read in a year on average?
Yeah, I try to do about 50. So not like an obscene amount, but I think that's a lot, and that's me working hard to read that many. Instead of picking up my phone and scrolling, I try really hard to pick up a book. I this year have started bringing a book wherever I go, so I don't want to be on my phone. I want to be reading a book.
Yeah, I was supposed to say that's definitely above average.
Yeah.
I think during like a survey, they found like the average was between like 4 and 8 books a year.
Yes,
So
yeah.
like 50,
So
you're
50 it is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
What are some of your favorite books, or some that stood out to you recently that you've read? Anything you want to share?
Yes. One of my top favorite books is The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay. It's about life in the 1980s during the AIDS epidemic.
Okay.
And it was a time period that I didn't know barely anything about. So I learned quite a bit, and the characters still really sit with me. And then one more that just popped into my head is called The Change, and it's by Kristen Miller. It's about like strong, magical women, and
Okay.
they're magical, but it's like real. So
Interesting.
I don't know. It was really good.
Yeah, we trade a lot of book recommendations
Yeah.
because we're kind of in the same line. So,
Yeah.
and I feel like you recommend some that are a little outside of my comfort zone, which is fun.
Yeah,
So,
I try
Yeah.
to read outside of my comfort zone as well.
Yeah,
So
it's a
I'm
good
always
strategy.
stretching myself. So
All right, can you tell us about a moment at work that brought you joy?
yes, I can. First of all, being here is really joyful, and I don't say that just to be that employee, but it really is a really fun place to be. One day I was talking to a man who's here every day, and he's here reading on the chairs, and I happened to talk, there was some kids being loud. I said, like, it's so nice to be here, like, even with that. And he said, this is why I come here every day. It's part of my routine, and it's the place that I feel God the most out of any place else. And he talked about all the different types of people that we accept here and that are here all the time. The children are allowed and encouraged to be having fun, and there's people who don't otherwise have computers to use, and just everybody's allowed to be here. And this is where he finds his church, I guess. And hearing him talk about that really made me recognize the third space we were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, and how welcoming the library is, and how that is love, basically. Library is one of the places where you feel all of that the most, I feel like. And so does that man.
Yeah,
Exactly. And it's like the third space where you don't have to spend money to be there.
No.
correct.
The library, we have people literally sit in here all day, especially during the summer or winter. Like having air conditioning and heating is really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also people who come and play games here.
Yep.
That's so fun to see. Is like people here with their friends or their families playing games. That's really fun.
I remember a day last year where there were some homeschool families playing on one side of or learning on one side of the library, and then across the way there was a group of young 25-year-old men from the Air Force Base playing games. And it was just like, talk about a
It's so cool.
diverse group of people. It was
Yeah.
really neat to walk through and see that.
Everybody is allowed.
What was your first library memory?
Oh, yeah. So that would be my detention for not returning a library book. The only detention I ever had. So, but I mean, it's funny to me now. Of course I would not return my library book, but also I probably should have had it read already because I was a fast reader.
So were you not returning it because you wanted to finish
I
it?
mean, truthfully, it was probably because I forgot.
Okay,
But
sure.
I'm imagining I had already finished it. But sitting there with all the other troublemakers, and here's me, like, I forgot my library book. And then for confirmation, I don't remember how many hours, but I was in 9th grade at that point. And I just remember my favorite part of volunteering at the library was putting the barcode stickers on all the books. And so that was my job, was just like doing that. And I suppose like putting them like on a little rack or something for all my confirmation hours. And I just loved being at the library all the time.
Fun.
So.
Do you ever get to do that these days?
No.
Is that still a dream?
It still is a dream.
Okay.
And I even get kind of jealous when like a book comes up and has to have a sticker on it for some reason and someone else grabs it first.
You're
Because
like,
I
can
think
I do the honors?
just want to put stickers on books.
Right.
It's never allowed otherwise, except for these.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. If I ever have anything that needs stickers put on, I will save them for you, Kyra.
Thank you. Because it's one of those things it's very simple, and it's not like it's so satisfying, I think.
Yeah.
Just like to put them on there and move it, and I don't know.
Absolutely.
And touching new books, there's also, isn't there something about that?
And also, for the most part, like putting the stickers on is like the final step before it's like available to patrons. So it's almost like that, like finality of like it is ready. Like
ready
it's
to
like
go out.
when you have like a present fully wrapped for someone. How it's like
Yes.
ready to go out now.
Keep that in mind.
Yep, definitely. I'll do that for you. All right, we're going to be switching gears a little bit. So it's time for our lightning round. Quick questions, quick answers, no overthinking. Kyra, are you ready for this?
The overthinking part is hard for me, but I'm going to try.
Okay, no problem. Let's go. Paperback or hardcover?
Both, but hardcover slightly more because it's stable.
Fiction or nonfiction?
They're pretty, maybe 75% fiction, 25 nonfiction.
Okay. Book or audiobook?
Book.
Dedicated bookmark or random item?
Random items. Like even, there's a Band-Aid in my book right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully a wrapped one still.
It's
right?
wrapped.
Oh,
It is, I
okay.
promise.
Yeah, is your sticker thing coming true?
Yeah. Musical playground or giant pink slide?
The pink slide is so fun, but the musical playground's outside, and so I don't hear it very often, but
Yeah.
the slide is amazing.
Perfect. Art or science?
Science.
Okay. Sunrises or sunsets?
I love a sunset.
True crime or feel good stories?
True crime. Well, both, but true crime, I wanted to mention this, but we had a tragedy happen in our family several years ago, and true crime kind of like saved me in a way because I would hear it and read it and watch it and feel like my story was allowed. The pain that we felt was allowed. And after 2 years, I think, all of a sudden I didn't want to anymore. And then it just kind of moved on. And
Well, it was there to help you with the
it helped me with the healing process. Yeah. Everyone's stories want something for any certain time. That's fine. But that was mine with true crime. Was really helpful.
That's interesting because I feel like it could go either way, right?
Right.
Like it could be triggering.
It could be triggering. Yeah.
But it helped you.
It was so healing. And like I got like our story wasn't like newsworthy, right? It was just a tragedy in our family. And the triggering stories that are in the true crime, even though they were so different from mine, it felt good.
Sure.
It's so. Our bodies are weird, right?
Yeah.
That they do. Who knows what they're going to do or why? But
Library of Things or Care Catalog?
the Library of Things.
Definitely. Is there a favorite item in Library of Things?
Well, I've tried to get the ghost hunting kit, and I've tried to get the karaoke kit because those are both super fun. So,
Definitely.
but the ghost hunting kit I want to do so bad.
Is it always popular, or is that why you haven't?
Well, I
gotten it
think I
yet?
tried to get it for my kid's birthday,
Okay.
and it was checked out,
Sure.
and then I haven't checked since then. But
So fun.
yeah.
Night owl or morning bird?
I'm a morning bird, or I don't know, both. I'm both.
I think that works out well because
Yeah.
like you like sunsets, but you're also
Uh-huh.
morning bird, so you can
Yeah.
experience both.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay up till midnight anymore, but I'm not going to be up at 5 either.
Definitely. Book first or movie first?
I'm going to be a book first because then you know how it's supposed to be.
Yep.
I know people disagree. I know you do, Dylan.
Again, I like the book too.
Yeah.
I just like enjoying both of them.
Yes, and it is harder to enjoy the movie if you've seen the book first. But yeah, I want to read the book first.
Reading snacks, sweet or salty?
Sweet. Probably all over my fingers sweet.
What's the best
Probably,
snack?
I mean, anything chocolate or ice creamy like.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, the results are in. We checked with the experts, ran the numbers, and guess what? Every single thing that you picked is available at the library
It
for
is.
free.
I love that.
Yes, you gotta love that.
I'm so excited.
So that's it for today's episode of The Buzz. We'll be popping into your feed once a month, so keep an eye out for what's next. Until then, you can find everything we've got going on at gflibrary.com. We'll see you next time on The Buzz.